So am I starting or you starting?
Hold on, before I do that, because there's one thing that I wanted to do.
Okay.
I'm sorry, because like I'm concerned that this is gonna be loud, and then I was like, oh, you. Hello. This is Chandler Johnson, and you're listening to Loudspeaker.
That wasn't loud at all.
It's, you know.
You made me think.
Well, I can turn it up if you want.
No.
I remember the first meeting that we ever had with Loudspeaker. I had called 10 of my good friends in Manhattan, Kansas, and I told them to come over to my apartment, and we were going to talk about this crazy new idea that I had. And I originally got the idea because I was sitting in a forensics final round. I did forensics when I was in college, public speaking. And I remember sitting there in this final round watching poetry, amazing poetry, being spoken to me and talking about all these different ideas about war and artists and just a whole plethora of different ideas. And I was just amazed by what they were saying. But then something went through my head and I realized that this was kind of the last time that anyone would ever see these speeches. And I wondered how many speeches, not only in this room, but just across the world, never get heard. And so that's when I realized that maybe there was something to that. And maybe there should be something that try and combats speeches from dying. And so I created Loudspeaker. And then we had that meeting. And I remember sitting there, and the first thing that I said to my friends was that I wanted to create something, and I didn't want it to be a pipe dream. That I wanted to create something that was real and true and smart, and that would change the course of how we looked at journalism and how we looked at people and social issues and everything that you could think of. And from that point forward, we went in with the mindset that we were going to do that. And we went through a lot of different things. We went to the Next Big Thing competition and competed against some other big ideas, and we ended up getting into the finals. However, we did win Best Pitch. So like we have that claim to fame that, hey, even us are good speakers, and that's what we're all about. That was the one thing that I wanted to win, regardless of anything. I was like, we gotta be the top pitch salesperson, whatever, at that competition, and we ended up doing it. And so I think we have grown as an organization. We have ran into a bunch of different obstacles, whether it is the Next Big Thing competition, or whether it is getting a website put together, or whatever obstacle that comes in our way. We have went with that mindset that it's not going to be a pipe dream. And so it's just been a lot of fun creating this organization. It's the third year since we first conceived of the idea, and since then we have, turned ourselves into an actual living thing. We've, created 10 episodes that have been amazing, that have, talked about anything from, small towns and big towns and the way that they have their mindset, to food, to how voting is going to change in the 2012 election. We've just talked about everything. But all of these issues matter. And so it's just been a lot of fun to have that conversation, to present that information to the public so they can find out what's going on in their world. And hopefully we can continue doing that.